have read all of our stories in our anthology. We're completely finished with them. But throughout the year, we worked on a lot of different vocabulary words. Where in our book can we find the definition of vocabulary words that we might not know what they mean in our anthologies? Emily? In the back of the book. What is the back of the book called? It has a special name. Ashley? The glossary. So that's what I want you to turn to. Turn to the very first page of the glossary in the back of the book. Please remember how we take care of our books. Okay, Molly's there, Ashley's there. If you're having trouble getting there, raise your hand and let me know. Okay. I see almost everybody there. We're almost ready to start. We are going to be vocabulary detectives and find some vocabulary words. So let's find, at first we'll do an easy one. Find the word bog. Bog. What letter are you going to look for in your glossary? Jackson? B. A B. What's the second letter we have to look at? Delaney? O. Raise your hand when you found the word bog. Joe, can you tell us what a bog is?
A swamp, a marsh.
A swamp or a marsh. Remember we talked about some of you might live in Marsh Landing over by the beach? And that is because it used to be a lot of swampland. Let's find the word exclaim. Exclaim. Once you find it, put your finger on it, raise your hand. Ryan, what letter are we going to look for?
E.
E, but then what's the second letter that we have to know in exclaim? Alex?
X.
X. So if you can find exclaim, we have EX. Can you read what exclaim means, Luke?
You say something excitedly and loudly.
What kind of punctuation do we use at the end of a sentence when we're exclaiming something? Nithya?
Exclamation mark.
That's exactly right. Okay, here's another one. How about the word laughter? Laughter. Put your finger on it when you found it. Iman, can you read what laughter is?
The sound a person makes when something is funny.
The sound a person makes when something is funny. That's a good vocabulary word to know. In the beginning of the year, what did we tell every day? Molly?
Joke.
A joke of the day. And did we have a lot of laughter in the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
We did have a lot of laughter. Okay, how about find the word... Do something hard. Shiver. See if you can find shiver. What two letters are you going to look for at the beginning, Amanda?
S-H.
SH. We know shiver has the sh sound, so we need to find SH. Can you read to me what it means to shiver? Isaac?
To shake because of fear.
Shake because of fear. Can you think of a situation where you might have shivered, Brooke?
When I got the tornado.
During a tornado warning, you might shiver because of fear. Jackson?
When there's a Magic Treehouse book and Jack shivers, it's numbered 37.
And why does he shiver?
Because he's afraid of ghosts and he's in a cave and he has to go through a cave of ghosts to figure out the mystery.
Jackson just made a connection to a story that has a vocabulary word, shiver. Kiss your brain, Jackson. That was fabulous. Thank you. Delaney. Right now, are you shivering because of fear right now?
No.
You're shivering because you're cold. So that's another reason that we might shiver. Chandler? When there's a thunderstorm, and that's kind of like what Brooke was saying during a tornado warning, and she gets nervous, so she starts shivering in fear. Sydney?
When I'm watching this, we think I just know.
Oh, does that make you shiver? Some of the cards have the vocabulary word on it. Some of the cards have a definition on it, just like our glossary has. But here they're going to be mixed up. So we're going to use our Kagan strategy, trading cards, and we're going to trade cards as the music plays. And then when the music stops, what do we do? Lydia? Try to find the person who has the match. So, if you have a yellow card, you are looking for somebody with a blue card. Because the yellow card is the vocabulary word. The blue card is the definition. Now this vocabulary word, Raya, what is it?
Snooze.
Snooze. And what's the definition of snooze? Luke, would you read that for us?
To sleep for a short time, to take a nap.
So that's the person you would be looking for. You would be looking for that match. Once you found that match, you two get together, you talk about the word and the definition, and try to think of one sentence each where you could use the vocabulary word snooze. When the music starts, do we talk and trade cards, or do we trade cards quietly? Jackson? We trade cards quietly. When the music stops, we have to try and find our buddy. What happens if we're walking around and we can't find the person who has our definition? Where should I go? Chandler?
Over there.
Over there. Into the calendar area. And then we hold up our cards so that they know, I can't find my match. And then maybe someone else will say, I can't find my match either. And maybe you two will be a match. Isaac?
But there may be, like, there's different blue cards and you have a yellow card, but what if it's a different blue card?
Can anybody answer Isaac's question? There's yellow cards and blue cards, but what if your yellow card doesn't match with your blue card? What do you have to do? Molly?
Go find the person that does match.
You have to keep searching. It's like an expedition. You're searching for something. Okay, so you're going to search for the correct definition. If you find somebody and you go to your best friend, Isaac, that has a blue card, but your word doesn't match with their word and their definition, can you stay with that person? No. You have to go and you have to find the person who has your correct match. Alex?
Do we have to make a sentence with a snooze?
You have to make a sentence with the vocabulary word, yes. So, can we show an example of a sentence with the vocabulary word snooze? Chandler?
I want to snooze on the couch.
I want to snooze on the couch. Perfect definition. Yeah, Chandler.
Can you use that sentence on the blue card?
This is the definition of what snooze means. So you would not say, I want to sleep for a short time on the couch. Because you could just say, I want to snooze on the couch. You use the vocabulary word instead of the definition. Makes it a little shorter. Luke?
Do you have to use those words or can you use different words?
Whatever word you have is your vocabulary word that you and your buddy found. Okay?
No, if you got one of those words and you got the match, can you say different words instead of those words?
You have to use the vocabulary word in a sentence. The vocabulary word that you have at that time. And we'll do a couple rounds of this so you'll get different vocabulary words. You're not always going to get the same one. Okay, so I'm going to pass these out to you. Don't worry about finding your match right now because we're all going to get up in a minute and we're going to walk around and trade our cards, but we're not getting up quite yet.
I need a Favorite turnip?
I don't know.
Joe has it.
What's a burro? You used. Joe. Actually, Emily, are you Joe's partner? Okay, so Emily, you have the vocabulary word. What's your word? Okay, and Joe, did you read the definition?
Time to sleep for a short time to take a nap.
Okay, what was your sentence, Emily?
I snoozed on the desk.
Okay, I hope not during school. Joe, what was your sentence?
I snoozed on my bed.
Say that one more time.
I snoozed on my bed.
Okay, good. Brooke and Delaney. Delaney, what's your vocabulary word?
Bog. A swamp, a marsh.
Okay, can you use bog in a sentence?
I passed a bog while I was driving.
Very good. Brooke?
A bog is a mucky swamp.
Very good. Okay, let me do one that just found. Ryan and Luke, are you two buddies? You don't know? Okay, well, let's find out. Luke, what's your vocabulary word?
Average.
Average. And Ryan, what's your definition?
Ordinary, like most others.
Average. Does that sound like average? You're ordinary like most others?
Yeah.
I think they found a match. Pat each other on the back.
I don't have one. I don't have one.
Isaac. Sit down. Okay, we're not done quite yet, but I do need to remind you of the rules when we're trading cards. I think you know. Can somebody tell me? Ashley? Don't shout. Brooke?
Don't just trade with your best friend.
Okay. Jackson? Why do you think I stopped? What was going on?
We were like trading with our best friends and we were being too loud.
Yeah, too loud. That's right. Let's try it again. Let's use somebody different this time. Emmy, what's your vocabulary word? Oh, you have the same vocabulary word we already used before. What was the definition that you found?
To sleep for a short time, to take a nap.
Very good. Okay, let's do a different vocabulary word. Iman, I see you have a different word. What's your word? A turnip. And Isaac, what is a turnip?
A vegetable with a large round root that is eaten.
Okay. Can you think of a sentence to use turnip? You already ready? Okay, tell me your sentence.
Turnips are very yummy.
Turnips are very yummy. Iman?
I eat 100 turnips each second.
Oh my goodness, you're so little to eat 100 turnips each second, Iman. Okay, Amanda, what you doing?
I'm covering my bottle with duct tape.
And what's your bottle going to become?
Scuba diving tank.
A real one?
Girls, tell me your favorite part about first grade.
Having such a great teacher.
So you want to... Oh my goodness.
Molly, what are you saying over there?
Look at the camera, what do you think?
Great job, Dad. My favorite part about first grade is that my teacher is so great and she helps us